Hello, I'm Dr. Jester, and welcome to the jungle. Right, from that park place, rumor Disney demands new Doctor Who showrunner, and Dr. RussellTDavis confirms they are looking for his replacement. Yeah, first and foremost, this is a rumor, and I'm only going to believe it once I see his fat ass out the door. It's the only way I'm going to be sure that this thing is going to maybe have a chance of surviving. But with the ratings the way they are, and I mean it, they are absolutely atrocious. Is that, well, only with the replacement. But before I continue, here is something awesome.
We are few, we are God's chosen knight. We are born of sin and crime. We are repentance personified. We are immortal, we are legend. We are God's wrath made manifest. And we know no fear.
I'm back, baby. Yeah. Right, so, as we all know, the ratings are a bit abysmal, but to give you an opportunity to understand how abysmal the ratings are, here we go. Here it is. The series 11th, it's when the Miss Nurse arrive, and then the Mr. Nurse arrive on the series 14th. And it seems to me that they had some problems. Obviously, in the 12th Doctor, at the very tail end, things started to get a little bit on the woke side. People were starting to tune out, but once the woman arrived, they were curious to see where it went. And you can see in the first few episodes, he had a little bump in ratings. But later on, it kind of started to decrease, but it still helped keep the series up in numbers. That's why you get 7.96. But then suddenly had a massive drop. I covered all of this when it happened, and the drop was massive, and then even more massive at 4.95. It's a very big fall. And then you have, well, the series 14, people already knew how bad things were and they tuned out at 3.71. But you'll say, yeah, it's still okay, it's still doing, it's still moving. But as you can see, the numbers were much better before, but before the series went into hiatus in 1989, the numbers were 5.34 and 4.15. And that was when there were less people watching, there were less people in Britain, and, well, technically, you know, less TVs. So now we have even more all of that, and you get 3.71 with Mr. Nurse. So basically, it's going really bad. Really bad. So, like I said, I'm only going to believe it once I see it. But let's read the article. A new rumor from YouTuber Mr. H Reviews claims that Disney has issued a demand to the BBC. If Doctor Who is to continue receiving Disney's financial backing, both showrunner RussellTDavis and current Doctor Nkuti Gatwa must be replaced. The information allegedly comes from an inside source with a strong track record of accurate leaks. Yeah, look, first and foremost, I'm only going to believe it once it actually happens. Secondly, and this is a very important point right here, is the BBC publicly funded? As far as I recall, it is. It would come every single year, a little voucher where you actually had to go and pay for it. So, why do you need the Disney's money for this? Oh yeah, wait, most of the money the BBC has, it's going to things that shouldn't be going to, especially one, well, you know, part of some money went to some terrorists in Gaza. For a very lying and very biased documentary. Right, so, and once again, back to the... God damn it, stop doing that, you stupid Wikipedia. Right. As you can see on the series 11th, this is, things started to go bad, but on the series 14th is when RussellTDavis started to come in, and things went looking good. I'm starting to think, after watching the new Doctor Who's, you know, the revival part, RussellTDavis was a bit of a toxic insertion in there. Mostly because I think most of the good stories that had his name on Doctor Who, I suspect it must have been done by an intern or somebody else in the writing room, and not by him. Because there were some episodes where he was named in there, and he was just, well, not that good in comparison to the other episodes. Still beats the crap we get today, obviously. And my suspicions on that is confirmed, or at least has a bit more of a support once we see the ratings for the last Doctor Who, the last Doctor Who episodes or series, but they are not Doctor Who, they are Mr. Nurse episodes. So that's what we get, and so it gets to confirm my suspicions, but it's just a suspicion, it's just a rumor, no confirmation of any of what I just said. But it does feel like the quality improved considerably once he left, because I am enjoying quite a bit, the Doctor Who version with Matt Smith, where he is nowhere to be seen in RussellTDavis. I love the stories, the humor is spot on, the stories are great and very, very, it touches you. It's really good. But, yeah, well, that sort of magic is completely and utterly gone with the current Doctors. But, here we go. Speaking David Tennant does a podcast with Davies reflected on the process of selecting a new showrunner and referencing how Stephen Moffat replaced him in 2010 without much fanfare. Yep, because little did people know how bad his, well, tenure was. You even managed to get one doctor who was really good at his job to leave because of, well, him, allegedly. Right. Yeah. Fans have noticed that in Kuti, Gatwa has removed the 15th Doctor from his social media bio. While this could mean nothing, it does add weight to the claim that his tenure is coming to an end. Typically, actors playing the Doctor proudly display their title. Gatwa's quiet removal of the label could signal that he's already moving on. Yeah. And I hope that this is actually quite true, because quite frankly, he has been bad at his job. Yeah, Disney has reportedly delayed renewal discussions multiple times, first aiming to make the decision by summer 2024, then after the Christmas special, which now isn't happening, and now waiting to see how Season 2 performs. If ratings remain dismal, the series could be axed entirely. I am at the point that I have to agree, the series could potentially and should be axed, because the woke crowd, the woke people decided to, well, grab the show and make it unbearably woke and unwatchable, to the point that not even the woke people seems to be tuning in, and they said that they wanted to make this for a wider audience, and to get even more ratings, and to get more numbers, and that's not actually working, is it? That's the same excuse that they use for a game to go woke. Looking at you, Dragon Age Veil God. So, with that wonderful news, but it's just something that I'll celebrate once I see his fat ass out the door. Have a cheery bye!